Back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for February the 13th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and it's in your best interest to stick around and hear the general interpretation of that before you scoot straight on over to your card. So that was one card. There's our overall energy right there. I'm just going to keep shuffling until we're ready to pull for each sign. But our overall energy is showing up as the High Priest in reverse. The first impression that I'm getting off of this guy is that this may be somebody who is giving us advice that it's probably better if we don't follow. They may be very convinced that the advice they're giving us is good. That doesn't mean that we should follow it, though. They may be giving us some flawed advice. All right, let's take a peek at how this plays out for everybody. Aries, what do we have showing up for you guys? Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so you've got somebody giving you some flawed advice here today, Aries, that has to do with relationships, and especially relationships that have been a part of your life for a while. Maybe they don't even feel that great, but whatever this advice is that somebody's giving you is not the best advice. I would politely leave that on the table and walk away. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Princess of Wands showing up in reverse. Taurus, it's going to be really important for you to pay attention to what people are telling you and what you're going to take in as far as any kind of advice from anybody else, because it looks like here you've got somebody that not only is giving you bad advice, but also it's making you feel a little bit of apathy or unenergized about something that you were feeling pretty enthusiastic about. So pay attention to how what people are saying is making you feel, and recognize that you are your own authority. Nobody else can do that for you. Nobody else can be your authority. Next up, we're looking at Gemini. If I can peel the card away. Eight of Pentacles here in reverse. Okay, so Geminis, you have somebody giving you some bad advice, and this advice has to do with work or something that's not working out, or the idea of not working. It's some kind of advice that says, basically, don't work. Don't work on it. Don't try to make it work out. Not the best advice that you could really have there. Next up, let's look at Cancer. Prince of Cups. Okay, so Cancers, this advice that you're receiving that is not so hot has to do with the idea of something that you're looking at, either a person or a situation that you're looking at through rose-colored glasses. And the advice that you're hearing from somebody else, they may be looking through rose-colored glasses too, because it's not very good advice that's actually coming through to you. I would not take action based on that, honestly. Next up, we're looking at Leo. Princess of Cups. Leo, I feel like there's somebody that is giving you some kind of message today about how important you are to them, how much they like you, maybe even how much they love you. I think you want to be really wary of this person, and you want to be thinking in your mind as they're saying this, okay, what are their ulterior moments? Or ulterior motives, I should say. What do they stand to gain from buttering me up, basically? Because that high priestess and her high priest in reverse is definitely not giving you good advice. So if they're buttering you up for some reason, there's definitely a reason. Be aware of it. Don't fall into the trap of, oh, that person makes me feel so good, I'll do anything for them. Don't fall into that trap. All right, so that was Leo. Next up, we're going to look at Virgo. Three of Pentacles showing up for Virgo. Somebody's giving you some advice about a collaboration that you're involved in that is not the best advice. Basically, what I'm hearing is whatever this person is advising, the best thing that you can do is turn and run in the opposite direction. Interesting. That's Virgo. Next up, we're looking at Libra. Four of Wands. So Libras, you want to be careful if somebody is giving you advice about home or real estate, some type of property. You want to double check, get a second opinion, get some other inputs as well, because we've got somebody here that is giving you some advice that is really not worth taking to the bank, maybe even literally. Okay. Now let's try Scorpio. Scorpio. 9 of Wands showing up in reverse. Boop ba doo doo boop ba doo boop boop ba doo doo doo. Scorpios, I think you've got somebody who's trying to tell you that you're not ready to do something that you have full intention of doing. Since I've got 4 planets in Scorpio, including my sun, I'm going to say, pity the poor soul. First of all, what he's saying doesn't have any kind of validity, he or she. And secondly, I think we're going to do it anyway. Whether somebody else thinks that we're ready to do it or not doesn't really matter to us. We are one of those. What is the sign? We are fixed signs. We're very stubborn. All right, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you have a more serious situation here than most of the rest of us so far. And that is because there's been something that has sort of blown apart in your life, something that made you feel secure or stable that you thought would be there, indefinitely, that suddenly and unexpectedly come to an end. And you've got this person over here on the left-hand side of the screen giving you some bad advice around this situation. I really feel like when that bad advice shows up, you guys feel it in your bones that that's some baloney advice, that it's no good, and this person may not be intending to give you bad advice. They may be very genuine, but be careful what you're paying attention to. Okay. Boop-ba-da-doo-doo. Capricorn. Chariot card coming up. Oh, Capricorn, somebody is telling you some bad advice about vehicles or about your vehicle or about transportation in general. So if you get any advice around any of those topics, double check it, double check it, double check it. Aquarius. 5 of Pentacles coming up in reverse. You have somebody trying to give you some bad advice about I want to say you have somebody trying to give you some bad advice about a social situation that you've been feeling pretty left out on lately, and they're trying to basically say, oh no, everything's fine. You haven't been left out. Don't let that person shake your own confidence in your own self. You have good judgment. Aquarius, you definitely have good judgment. So, nay. Don't fall for it. Pisces. 4 of Swords showing up in reverse. Pisces, be careful if you're taking a break from someone or from something. What this feels like to me is that there's somebody who, like, say you're taking a break from a relationship, if you're in that position, just as an example. That's not going to be most of you even, but to give you an idea of the energy. And somebody comes along and gives you advice that says, oh, you don't need that relationship. Why don't you get out of that relationship and come over here and be in a relationship with me? Or something along those lines. This can happen a bunch of different ways, but you're taking a break from something so that you can sort things out and figure out where do you want to go from here. And this person is coming in saying, oh, pick me, basically, one way or the other. That's what they're saying. They may not be using those exact words, but that's what they're saying. So pay attention. Don't fall for it. Continue on with your break that you're taking. Get yourself some objectivity, but don't buy it from this person. It's bad advice. All right, that was Pisces already. Wow. Okay, well, we got through this video quick, it seems like. Thank you guys so much for being here and for supporting me. I do appreciate y'all. You guys are my sponsors, so remember to please put a thumbs up on this video, share it out to the world, and of course put a comment down below. The other way that you can support me is by booking a reading with me. Yeah, I do live readings for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour, or if you have just 1 or 2 questions, we do recorded readings for that. Anyway, everybody, thank you very much once again for being here. Have a fantastic day. Peace out.